I have bought this electric scooter. Is it good? Yes. But is it perfect? There are 7 essential things to look into when buying your electric scooter, which I wish I knew before I bought this. What's going on, riders? MJ here. And this time we are talking about 7 essential things to look into when choosing your first electric scooter or your next one. If you're gonna be using it simply for commuting, you don't really need to spend your money on all that power. What you're looking for is maximum range. If adrenaline and fast riding is your thing, you should be looking into something that has double motor and at least 2000 watts of power. But you will be paying more versus those guys who just seek long range. If this is your first scooter, you don't really know what you need here, do you?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I would recommend going for Xiaomi, 9bot or some similar entry-level model, which is also on a cheaper side. It will cost you like 500 euros. It's not heavy, it has okay range, and usually fits well into your trunk. And you wouldn't be spending a fortune on an expensive model and then suddenly realizing you needed something different. Electric scooter range varies from 20 to 100 plus kilometers. All scooters have the range indicated by their manufacturer. But in most cases, you will never reach that. Unless you're driving slowly, you weigh like 60 kilos and the wind is not blowing. That if you are showing no mercy to your accelerator, you will be able to squeeze out like 60 or 70% of your total indicated range. If you're looking for a scooter for commuting, like going to your work and back, and you'll be driving like 15 kilometers, so don't waste your money on 80 kilometers range scooter. The more, the better, right? But have in mind that your budget will also go up in line with your range. And by the way, guys, you often ask me what helmet am I wearing and where did I get it from? There is no secret, it's Predator helmets. At checkout, use Electric Riders promo code and get a nice discount on your purchase. So ride safe, guys, and most importantly, ride in style. If you are just starting, I wouldn't recommend exceeding 1000 watts. You need to develop your riding skills first and build your experience and confidence. You wouldn't want to go flying 50 or 60 kph with little or none experience. Also, in the beginning, you would probably be doing basic riding mistakes. And you need to get rid of those first. So scooters basically have single motor or dual motor. Motor power varies from 250 watts all the way to 5,000 or 6,000 watts. For more casual riding, even a 500 watt scooter will be okay, but it will face some issues climbing uphill. And for steeper inclines, your scooter may even stop, especially if your weight is on a heavier side. Basically, the bigger the battery, the heavier your scooter will be. You want that extra range and extra power? Then also be ready for extra scooter weight, which is not nice if you have to carry your scooter upstairs, like I do. Really? Also, putting your heavy scooter into trunk is not easy. You will probably not be able to do this on your own. Cheaper scooters usually don't have any suspension and there are solid tires on them. If you decide to go for such an option, you're in for a bumpy ride, my friend. So if there is no suspension in your selected model, make sure at least tires have air in them. You need to know if you're going to drive off-road or mainly driving on tarmac. Off-road tires have much bigger tread and gives you extra grip on rough surfaces, while tarmac tires are smooth and provide good traction on tarmac. Cheaper scooters usually have smaller wheel size, and this is a bad thing if you plan riding in higher speeds. Not only it is less stable, but also more sensitive to all the bumps on the road. And bigger bumps can even make you lose your balance and fall from your scooter. If faster riding is your thing, I would recommend going for at least 10-inch wheels, which will provide your riding more comfort as well. Nothing spoils your riding mood more than a bad surprise, a flat tire. More expensive scooter models usually have self-sealing tires. There is a thick layer of very sticky gunk on the inside of a tire. It is a really useful feature and really clever. Quickly about suspension. No suspension at all. If you're gonna be riding only on tarmac and your scooter has at least 10-inch wheels, you may be even fine with this option. Spring suspension. It's used in most scooters. That's a lot better than no suspension at all, and it will give you so much more comfort when riding. More expensive scooters have adjustable suspension, where you can crank your suspension to harder or softer side, depending on your riding style. There are few most common types of brakes. Mechanical, disc brakes. These are really good, but sometimes you have to tighten them up, because over time they become loose. These brakes are usually used on slower and medium-tier scooters. Hydraulic brake. This time you're not using a cable, you're using hydraulic fluid. This gives a lot more braking power versus cable brakes. Additionally, a lot of scooters have regenerative brakes. When you use them, you recharge a small bit of your battery. It's a good safety feature, as it shuts down your motor as soon as you start to brake. Cheaper scooters usually have very small displays. Sometimes no display at all. Displays usually show your speed. It may also show your total and remaining range. And you can adjust various settings there. So if you're into tech, you may want to go for an option with bigger display. Some of which also have an option: charge your phone. Scooters usually have weak lighting, especially cheaper ones. If you plan riding in the dark, I would recommend getting an additional LED light with at least 1000 lumens. You can easily mount it on your steering in most cases. Side light. Not only that it looks cool, it also increases your visibility, especially when it's dark outside and you are hitting the street. Inevitable part of riding is charging your battery. For more powerful scooters, this process may take multiple hours, sometimes even up to 25. So more and more scooters now have double charging port, which means you can charge your battery almost twice as fast. This may not be so important if you are charging it overnight. You are not in a hurry. But if you are stopping for some nice snack and drink, which is usually the case with electric scooter, and these guys let you charge your scooter, so double charger would do a much better job during that short period of time while you enjoy your meal. The idea is you fold them and you lift your scooter up. But some models don't have fixation when folded, so basically you will not be able to carry it. Now let's briefly talk about decks.
Did you just say dicks?
No, I said decks. The bigger the deck, the more comfortable your ride will be. Have that in mind if you plan riding for multiple hours. What else do you think is important that wasn't mentioned in this video? Let me know below in the comments. If you see me riding somewhere, come say hi.